right? So we walked through the door and we all found that connection, which led to the mutuality, right? And then we were respectful enough to be conscious enough to understand each other's worldview, right? And that all moved towards us finishing day 5 of intentional peer support, right? One of the things I liked the most about this training was learning to look at people not through the illness lens. That like resonated, hit home, right? You know, and it goes right along with, you know, not seeing what's wrong with a person, right, but asking what happened with a person. And then the nail video will always stick with me, right? And that's a reminder for me to listen. Just listen. Sometimes people just want to be heard. I remember when I was in the midst of my pain and my story and my journey, I just want to be heard, right? And so I paid for people to listen to me, right? And at the end of the day, I still felt alone. Another thing I learned a lot, I really, really respect, is the different forms of self-harm, right? I'm one of those people, I think about self-harm, I think about cutting, right? And having knowledge now of the different forms of self-harm will help me be a better peer support, right? I feel like being more trauma-informed after doing this training will strengthen my use of IPS, right? So in closing, you know, I learned how to shift from helping people to learning together, right? Learning together is that connection and understanding each other's worldview as well as the mutuality, and it all moves towards a person's recovery, right? And so I love that part, and shifting from fear, you know, to hope and possibilities. You know, sometimes I get caught up in the fear, right? And I don't see any hope or possibility. So if I'm not seeing it, how can I help someone else see it, right? That's all I got.
All right, feedback for Jack.
My notes.
What worked well?
Jack, that was what I liked about your presentation a lot was the personality that came through and your compassion and the way you like to connect and include people. You made it very personal for every listener. Even if the people didn't know you, they would have responded to your presentation. And you touched on some things that some of us mentioned, and you touched on some things that some of us didn't. But the thing was, you brought through you, which was really important. I can see why you didn't want the lectern. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked as well as you just being you and being out there. And I really did like the personal connection that you established with the entire audience. I thought it was great.
And for me, the number one thing that caught me in your presentation was how you tied from the very moment we walked in. We were doing the whole thing and never even seen it. And that opened my eyes. I was like, you know, that's right. And it's been a pleasure being in the class with you, bouncing a lot of things off, listening and being able to speak. And you got a lot of good things going ahead of you. Just keep on trucking.
Thank you.